So you know what? This is what I love about QVC. First of all, when we have food around the holidays, we bring you classic favorites that you like to see over and over again. And we have a couple of brand new things still with only a couple of weeks left to go towards Christmas to delight your guests when they come over to your house. And if you want to think about what you're serving for the main event for your Christmas holiday, how about an amazing prime rib roast? But this one is done differently than some of the ones that you may have seen in the past. This one is from the kitchen Consigliere, and I want to introduce you to Chef Angelo Lutz, who brings this to us today, because this is going to be a centerpiece on your table, whether you're doing sandwiches maybe the day of or the next day, or you just want to serve it for that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day holiday. Chef Angelo, I am so thrilled that you could be with us.
Happy holidays. How are you?
Happy holidays.
Pleasure.
I'm very well. How are you?
How are we doing?
This is very exciting to me because you have an incredibly successful restaurant in Collingswood, New Jersey.
Yes, we do.
And it's called the Kitchen Consigliere, and you are, Chef Angelo, you really have been inspired by your mother, inspired by your grandmother with a rich Italian heritage to create delicious foods. So why a prime rib roast for the holidays? What makes this special?
Well, this is probably the first and what we hope is a continued line of value-added products that we're going to bring to QVC. And what I thought about was, with the holiday and everything that's going on, really, who has time to cook a prime rib?
Right.
So, you know, family, it's all about family with the holiday and everything. So if I said, well, can we come up with something that really just basically heat and serve, but still give you value-added, restaurant quality, center of the plate item? Ta-da!
And this
Here
is it. And by the way, this is on on 4, I believe, easy payments for you. You can bring this home. It's the 3.5 to 4 pound size. So I love seeing this right here. When we prepare this, you could just slice it nice and thin, and we could do almost like a roast beef.
I mean, this is a very versatile piece of meat. I mean, this is just, could do many, many things with it. If you look over here, some of the presentation and things we put out today is you can use it for sliders. You can use it traditionally as roast beef and make a sandwich. We can do a surf and turf with it. I see you're wasting no time now.
I am. I'm getting in while we're taking a look at the table.
You got the ticket there. You got that right.
I know. I have the best job in the world.
You know, everybody says to me, well, you're Italian. What are you doing with a roast beef? Well, you know, down in South Philly, you know, where I was born and raised, a big thing is a roast beef Italiano. So we have it right over here. We have it thinly sliced with spinach on a baguette roll here. Right. If you don't want to use spinach in an Italian household, we would use a little bit of broccoli d'ab, you know, and some roasted peppers. I mean, this is just a tremendous piece of meat. And the best thing about this piece of meat right here is when it was prepared with a patented process called Tenderite.
Now, what is that and how is that different?
Well, big words. Basically, what we did was, it's a process by which we take enzymes from fig, papaya, and pineapple.
So natural places.
Natural enzymes are infused into this meat prior to it being cooked. Okay. What this does is it ensures that we have tenderness. It ensures that we have juiciness. And you're eating it right now, and you're not tasting any chemical.
No, not at all.
You're tasting a clean cut of meat.
And you know what? We're going to slice into this so that you can take a look.
This is just an absolute tremendous.
It is ridiculously tender.
Look at this piece of meat.
And you know what, too?
Look, just savor the cut. This is just absolutely
And what I like about this is the way that you brought it to us. You made sure, because of that process that is so special, that the meat is incredibly tender.
Look, every cut of this meat. Look, we're into, and I'm cutting them pretty thick. But look, we're into the second cut.
It's beautiful.
And one of the things I wanted, and what I insisted on, was when we talked about preparing it, was I wanted it to what we say universal palate.
That's where I was going to ask you about. So what does that mean?
So basically, what this means is, you know, you're tasting the meat. You're not tasting any chemical. You're tasting it clean. Okay. So now you may like French onion gravy. You want to call it gravy or sauce, and I do. Someone likes mushrooms. Someone wants to make a Marcel sauce like I make in my restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what we do here. So we left it so that when you take this piece of meat, and I mean, again, look at this piece of meat. It's
so tender.
This is just absolutely unbelievable.
And may I also ask you,
so juicy.
You talked about, obviously, it's delicious, and you can take my word for the fact that it is delicious, and your shipping and handling is included. But you said at the very beginning, it was important to you that people spend the holidays with their family. So how easy is this to prepare that we can actually hang out with the family?
Well, basically what you would do do is it's going to come frozen. You're going to temper it in the refrigerator overnight.
Just one night, is that enough?
One night overnight. Okay. Bring it to temperature. You're going to take yourself a little half pan or a black agate pan. You're going to put it in there. Just put a 1/4 cup of water and save the juice that it comes from.
Okay.
That's very important. It does come with a little bit of a natural juice.
Okay.
Either put a lid on it, cover it with foil, 350 degrees in the oven for 1 hour. Spend some time with your family. There's no need. We're going to run to the oven every 5 minutes.
Right, and check on it.
Is it 120? Is it 130? I mean, that's not what you want to do. We want to make it easy. You know, in 60 minutes, you're going to have a rare to medium rare piece of meat, and then you judge from there where you want it. That's, you know, it's.
So that's part of the flexibility.
Right. I mean,
this.
here's an example of the roast beef Italiano right here. You know, give your guest, you're having a cocktail party. That's a lot of meat. That's a huge amount of meat.
Can we slice off a couple more pieces?
Oh, absolutely.
Because this really is such a beautiful way to spend time with your family, and you can get a lot of servings out of this. So if people, since this is a 3.5 to 4 pounder, hearty servings, what would you say would be an approximate group for this?
Well, listen, you're looking at a guy that likes to eat right now. You know, I mean,
you know, roundabouts.
You know, in a roundabout way, you know, I could do some damage over here.
Right.
No, but really, what you have over here is, I would say 6 to 8 fair servings, maybe even 8 to 10. I mean, it's just.
And then if you do the sandwiches, obviously you cut it thinner, you can get a lot more servings out of this.
You could probably get 8 to 9 baguettes like this, and then you would just cut them down as you want, toothpick them, make
and you know what?
And it's not roast beef; it's prime rib.
You wouldn't even be able to slice it that thin unless it was the most tender prime rib ever.
This prime rib is second to none. Remember that. When it comes to the Kitchen Consigliere, we are second to none.
Chef Angelo, it's such a delight.
My pleasure. Happy holiday.
Thank you to you
so much.
Too.
Thank you.
If you want to pick this up, it is brand new for you today, and we've got 3 easy payments. So take 3 months to pay this off. Enjoy the sandwiches later if you want to. It is in 45824, and you can stay on the line to pick this up. I'm actually going to do a little bit more damage myself on the slider that I have here, but we're going to throw it, I believe, over to Jill.